Mic check, mic check.
Check 1 2. Check 1 2.
Check before the national anthem, check.
Check.
Hello and welcome to the Rue Athletics stream here for SUNY Canton's third game of the season here. We're playing MCLA Trailblazers and the SUNY Canton Roos. I'm Leighton Ledoux, joined here by Miles Hake up top. We're going to see how this game goes for the Roos, where they're playing the Trailblazers here in the opening face-off, and they're right into the offensive zone. And back to the point. Puck flicked towards the net and deflected just wide of that far post. And looking at the Trailblazer roster, already a shorthanded amount of players. They have 2 lines and a third line center and 4 defenders. So it's going to be endurance and grit that get them through a game against a well-rounded out SUNY Canton team here. As a shot rang off the goalpost here early from Bardsley. And the Trailblazers almost get the first strike of the game.
That was quite a shot. I don't think Canton's ready for that one.
I don't think so either. She came in and cut into the inside and took an offhanded shot straight on net, and it beat the goaltender but not the crossbar, as Alyssa Townsley was stunned by that shot early on as Morris hands on in the neutral zone. Carried on in by Anzel, drifting it across, and a shot thrown towards the net and bobbled up in the air. And gloved down by the goaltender as the referee signals the play dead. Caitlin O'Brien in net for the Trailblazers so far. 1 shot apiece.
Yeah, and Canton's got to get going early here. They can't sit back on their heels and expect to just win this game. They got to get after it aggressively early.
Completely agree. You got to put a team like this away early, especially they've already shown that they have signs of life as a backdoor feed goes wide. And a give and go behind the net by the Roos. Puck out to the point now. And back above the circle. Dished on. And some short passes up high. For Canton, deflected right on, and that's a save by O'Brien again. Back to the point. Beal plays catch with Pavlosova. Beal again shoots from long distance, and that one deflected high over the net. Puck at the side of the cage, jammed at around the blue paint. And pushed to the boards. And near side boards here. And worked out with the Trailblazers, but given up at center ice, and right back in is Anzel. She's got a clear look at goal here. She comes in, shoots, and a save made by O'Brien. Nice alert save there by Caitlin O'Brien. That was a clear chance by Anzel to get the Roos the opening goal here early.
Yeah, it's kind of a crazy way to get back in the zone, but I'm just looking at this MCLA bench, and I'm wondering how fit these guys are to be able to play 60 minutes of hockey against 4 lines.
Yeah, especially a team like SUNY Canton that's pretty deep along in just about every position. Starting the season out 2-0 on the road. Now looking to get their first home win against the Trailblazer team. Puck shifted back to the point. Shot through traffic is deflected into the slot and worked out again by the Trailblazers. Here's Bardsley, who hit the crossbar. First shift of the game. And it's worked out by the Roos and just past center ice. And chipped in by Bardsley. She heads for a change. Here's Cudney in behind. And quickly worked up to Schemenauer. Hands off to Anzel, who drifts through center. Chips back to Jackson. Here's Jackson wheeling in behind the cage. Goes for the wraparound opportunity, saved by Bryan at the near post. As Jackson tried to slip one inside quickly as she got around the net in a hurry. And pushed out to center ice here, and Schemenauer back on it. Here's Jane Panko with it. Fan on the pass, couldn't get it out of the zone. And down deep and cut off by Chamonix Jackson. She peels up ice. Indirect off the boards here to Schemenauer, but got through everyone. No icing as Schemenauer was being played by Trailblazer defenders there by the boards. And the puck skips on all the way back to the defensive zone for the Kangaroos. And Abby Tate trying to pick it off. Tate walks in. Top of the slot, looking to dish it. Hands on back to the point where Beal has it. Hands off the other side and a shot through traffic straight at O'Brien. She holds on there as a shot from Pavlosova came in from distance.
I mean, they're getting shots earlier. I wouldn't say they're getting amazing opportunities. We've seen a few that or close, but nothing too insane. Sorry. I think if Canton really wants to get going here, they're going to have to get pucks into the net, get people screening the goalie. That's probably their first way to score, and then from there, they're just going to be able to pour it on.
Yeah, they've had a handful of point shots already with no traffic in front, giving O'Brien a clear view of the puck. As Ruse working from behind the net here as Stahl hands back to the point. It's back with her now. Here's Stahl. Here's Pavlasova near side. Shot deflected behind the net. And picked up and cleared by Bisalin. Or excuse me, Bizeo. As Pavlasova now working back on under the threat of the forecheck. Here's Beal. Hands back to Pavlasova through the neutral zone. Tipped on by O'Keefe. And a foot race for the puck there. O'Keefe with the pressure. Negated a clean clearance. Handed on. Here's a shot through traffic from Cudley. And it's battled for there and covered once again by O'Brien. Excuse me, that was Cudney with the shot from the point that redirected in front of the net.
That's kind of what we were just talking about. You know, getting rebounds, just having someone out in front. That's really going to make a difference. Especially, it's going to make MCLA tired, which I'm sure Canton's playing towards eventually.
And face-off won by the Trailblazers here. As Gonzalez, the defender, moved it out of the zone and cleared by her forwards as Cudney lays it on back. And it's collected here by Valaket. And puck moved right back in. Taken down is Bardley. That'll put the Trailblazers on the power play. I believe it'll be O'Keefe who takes the stroll to the penalty box.
Yeah, unlucky penalty to take there. Kind of just got your stick caught in. So that's just not great timing, but it never really is for a penalty. So we'll see what the Roos can do on the penalty kill here. And more importantly, what MCLA can do, because if they can put a goal away early, that changes the whole game up.
What do you do if you're MCLA, Miles, and you get a goal early on, looking at a deep roster like the Roos?
I mean, either way, it's going to be an absolute grind. This whole game's going to be absolute grind, and I think MCLA, if they're going to be able to sneak away with a winner or a tie here, they're really just going to have to play great defensively, and their goaltender's going to have at least probably 30-plus saves, honestly. That's probably the only way they're going to get out of this without having defeat. So, I mean, the one thing that I can see that they're already...
Here's a chance here for Jackson, shorthanded, and it leaks through. O'Brien and the Roos get a shorthanded goal, 1-0. 6 minutes in, there's the goal that Trailblazers have been trying to stay out of the net, and now Chamonix Jackson gets one, pots it early on the penalty kill.
Yeah, well done by Sham there. And that's just a brutal goal to give up if you're MCLA. You get on the power play, and then you give up a shorty. Again, unlucky. Goalie's made quite a few good saves so far, so to see that one slip through is tough, but the Roos are going to start to get rolling here if they can get a few more in the net.
100% agree. So off the face-off, Roos still shorthanded, and they dump the puck in. So a minute 27 left to go here on the penalty kill for the Roos, but they've had the offensive firepower so far to get on the board. And they lead the shot department 7-1, and so far the Trailblazers haven't been able to get set up in the zone yet. As Danchak, that extra forward, is out there on that far wing. And that is the only spare player the Trailblazers have on their roster, as Gonzalez now peels behind the net. And gives the puck up. A little sloppy there in the D zone by Gonzalez, but the Trailblazers get the puck back. And a nice feed up the wing, but it's overskated by Danchak, and it goes all the way down for an icing call with 45 seconds left to go on their power play.
Yeah, and MCLA is looking for that fast break opportunity. That's what I was going to get to right before Sham scored. If they're going to score, that's probably how they're going to have to do it. Quick breakout passes, look for someone up on the boards, and just try to get something deep into the Canton zone. to set up some kind of offense here, because it's going to be really, really hard for them to break that blue line.
Oh, 100% agree. Trying to fly the zone, that's what they've been trying to do on the power play, which is usually you want to get set up on the power play, but they're trying to get up the ice in a hurry. As a nice move here, she breaks through, and a shot right on, and a save made by Townsley. Good chance there for the Trailblazers for an equalizer, and they couldn't break through. That's their first shot on the power play, as Gonzalez is tailed by Cote behind the net. And coming back down is Valaquette. Hands off it, gave it up behind her own net. Didn't see the forechecking defenseman there in Gonzalez as she throws the puck the length of the rink, and that will kill off the rest of the penalty. The Roos lead off of a shorthanded goal here. And another pass over skated as Cudney hands over to Hansen. Gives it up in the neutral zone and recovered by Cudney again. Stick handling, gains the offensive zone, tosses it down the boards and chases in after it. Try to spin it into the slot. Now she gets it towards the net, and puck redirects behind the net here. And a shot through traffic, and that's patted aside by O'Brien. In the corner now, Tate, and another Rue there, digs it out. Throws it back to the point. It's Morris with a shot through traffic, deflected down, saved by O'Brien. The rebound knocked aside by O'Brien as well. Here's Borzo. Swiveling, trying to hand it off. And Tate down in the corner. Knocks the puck loose. Here's Borzo again. Nice move to get out of traffic. Back to the point now. Crocchio, near side to Hansen. Flings one towards the net. Fought down by O'Brien. Open net, and they score on the rebound. Abby Tate gets the Roos second of the period, and they lead 2-0 here, just 9.5 in.
Yeah, and that's what we were just talking about, you know, getting people in front of the net, getting those rebounds. And if they can be gritty and just keep pounding it away, they're gonna come away with a big win here. And now the question starts to become, does Canton get lackadaisical? Do they stop going, and do they let MCLA just hang around? Because the longer they hang around, we all know, the more that they're going to be able to do something. So
slowly fight back into the game, yeah.
Exactly. So we're going to have to see if they keep going or if they sit back on their heels a little bit here.
Yeah, because not taking anything away from MCLA, we know they're shorthanded in manpower, and they've had two really good opportunities so far in the game. Both their chances have been dangerous. So They've already have a crossbar shot, and they also had a 2-on-1 right there that they got 2 shots on net. Maybe one, because they only have 1 shot up on the board. Crossbar shots do not count as shots on goal. So here's Panko retrieving behind her own net. Indirect up the boards here to Anzel. Tied up here along the wall. And Jane gets it back. Pavlisova, near side Anzel. Anzel again. Dumps it down deep. I believe that's Passwaters with it behind the net. Indirect back to the point. Hard pass. Cudney handles it. Pavlisova. She shoots through traffic. That one's blocked down by a defender. And here's Bardsley with it. Hands up and overshot the pass of Kira Grom. And it goes the length of the ice for an icing call.
Yeah, again, it's just going to keep going at them here. It looks like it's going to be harder and harder for MCLA to get out of their own D zone.
So just over 10 minutes left to go here in the first period, and 11-1 in the shot department for SUNY Canton. And here's Jackson. The UK native hands off to the far point. And Passwaters with it. Holds, surveys back to the point to Valaquette. Another short pass here. Shot through traffic. Saved by O'Brien. And O'Brien already early. She's had to fight through a lot of eyes, or a lot of legs. And it's like she has multiple eyes because she's been knocking pucks down and finding them in scrums.
Yeah, we saw those few early shots were kind of just, getting through easy. And then Cam started throwing some forwards down in front of the net. So now it's going to be a lot harder to see that puck coming through. It goes to rebounds and goes to extra tap-ins.
Valaquette just fired one wide of the net to the corner. Jackson using her speed, trying to get on the puck quickly there. She spins, finds it. Digging against 2 Trailblazers here near side. Takes this puck behind the net. On her backhand, she's surveying. Knocks it down low, gets past Passwaters. And the Trailblazers still working to clear it out. Danchak moves it. Here's Cudney. And the Roos stalled out at the opposing blue line there as Valaket hands it back, and Cudney forward to Morris here. First line center for SUNY Canton. Throws it in front of the net. A rebound loose there and hit the goalpost. Looked like O'Keefe just slammed it off the goalpost right there. Flung out, headed out almost by MCLA. Still getting knocked down. And Cote throws it all the way back. Here to pick it up is Lucy Beal, another player from the United Kingdom. SUNY Canton has a handful of internationals on their team, as usually it is the case with all their hockey teams, both men and women, as O'Keefe heads behind the net. Hitting the goalpost just about 30 seconds ago on an empty net. And puck handed out here as Grom gets it deep below the goal line. As Beal spun with it and handed up over here to Hansen. Throws it into the middle. And lurking there was Borzo for Ken, but Tate recovers and Hansen hands quickly over to Beal. Gets it to center ice and chipped in by Stahl. And SUNY Canton just dominating puck possession, really, when they're in the O-zone, just skating in circles and trying to find open passing lanes. Puck deflects over to Ansel. She walks in, already had a clear look at goal for her, and another shot goes wide. And failing to clear there was Ekblad. Now she gets it out as Crocchio chases down and touches up for the icing call there, gets to the hash marks first.
Yeah, and SUNY Canton just really, again, pouring it on. We knew that they were going to go one of two ways, and it seems like they're getting shots to the goal. They're getting good opportunities. Obviously, unlucky goalpost, that happens. But as long as they keep going, they keep putting it deep in the corner, and they're not letting them clear their own D-zone. Man, they're going to have a lot of opportunities to score here.
Here's Panko firing through traffic. And puck just flew off the stick of Small there. And ends out quickly to Crocchio. And trying to hand it off in the zone there was Lalonde as they come in offsides, and delayed offsides works in favor of MCLA as Ekblad walks in. She throws one at the net, and Townsley's forced to deflect it into the corner. And some pressure there as Sydney Valaket comes back out with it. And button hooks and gives it up into the neutral zone for her forwards to take. It's Lalonde. Backhands it. Doesn't get it deep, just inside of the line, but turned over right back to the Roos as she gets it in deep this time and heads off for a change. Passwaters and Schemenauer in on the forecheck. Jackson coming in. She gets tripped up. And a penalty coming. And the Roos will head to the power play.
I don't know. It didn't seem like she got the full touch up.
All they got to do is touch it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless it's like a deflection. They don't really need to keep
Alright,
possession.
Fair enough, fair enough.
Sometimes it depends on the referee. Referees.
It just seems like a quick call, man. That's all. But, all right, Roos to the power play. Let's see what they can do here. I would assume that they're going to really swing it around, try to find the extra shot. If nothing's there, get it to the net, and they're going to have people crashing on the net. That's what they're usually known for. So we'll see if they can get some time in O-zone and swing it around.
Yeah, I'd like to see them set up and whip the puck around, maybe get a one-timer off or something like that. Get a clear look at goal. There's 6 minutes left to go here in the first period. Minute 40 left to go here on the power play. Roos gets set up now. Back to the point. It's Valaket. Quarterback in the power play. Down low to O'Keefe. Try to swing it back behind the net where Cote has it. On her blade now. Back to the point. Panko. Valaket. Down low to O'Keefe. Finding a one-timer in the slot. Passwater set it up and a save by O'Brien. Barely got her toe on that. Nice save there. Panko with a shot and a heater through traffic. Knocked down and slammed off the goalpost.
Boy's mask comes off.
And the goaltender's mask has come off here as Bardsley was going to get the clear anyways. But SUNY Canton, again, knocking one down and hitting the goalpost.
They set it up well. They set it up really well. It's a scary moment for the goalie there because the puck's still very much in play when her mask comes off. And, man, that could have been really bad if, you know, it was called like a half second later, you know. So we're glad that nothing happened there. But, yeah, going back to Canton, they get set up. They swing the puck around. They find, you know, that slot man right in the middle, get a shot off. Obviously goes a little errant and then get a few rebounds, and it's right there for the taking. They just got to put one home now.
Yep, that was Isabella Passwaters in the slot acting as the bumper as she chipped that one back post. And I think it was Cote who hit the goal post as it's Ruse now set up very quickly again off the face-off win. Down low, Cote. Here's Jane Panko with a slap shot through traffic. O'Brien with 2 saves. Puck now in behind the net as Passwaters gets it back out to the point. Panko, Valaket, over to O'Keefe. They're whipping the puck around here, SUNY Canton. And a shot through traffic fought off by O'Keefe. That was a nice shot there, and that was a high save by O'Brien. Nice spin move by Valaket to get free. Whipped right through the slot there by Cote. Not necessarily the blue paint. As another one-timer by Panko. Didn't get all of it. Keeps it in with, puck bounced on her though and just barely got outside of the line. Panko using her hand-eye coordination there to nearly keep that puck in. And the Ruse fully switch out the power play here with 15 seconds left. And that puck iced by the Trailblazers with 7 left to go on their penalty kill. And a pretty successful penalty kill for them. So they get the kill. And it's taken right in by the defenseman Pavlasova. Peels back, goes back to the point to Beal. And thrown down the boards to Lalonde. Anzel with it. Back up to the point, Beal, Pavlasova, Ruse with a lot of zone time. Beal looking to let one through traffic, and it deflects in the slot. It looked like Small got a piece of it, and it's 3-0 SUNY Canton.
I mean, it didn't come on the power play, but it came right after, so I guess we'll take it. But, again, O'Brien stood on her head for, the last 7 minutes pretty much, just taking puck after puck.
Yeah.
Making some crazy saves, getting help from the post, and, you know, it's kind of bound that one was going to slip through eventually. But, man, Canton just really, I mean, if they keep going at this pace, it's going to be a great game for them. Again, we just got to go back to they got to keep pushing here. They can't become lackadaisical. Again, do you want the shutout or not?
Yeah, keep the foot on the pedal.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Beal off face-off win, Pavlasova. And Abby Tate near side here, battling for possession. Hands over to Beal. Lucy Beal up, floated in. And offsides at the blue line here, called on SUNY Canton.
Yeah, now I'm sure the Canton coach is looking at their players, and you got 3.5 minutes left. The challenge is to get another goal before the end of the period. You get another goal, that really starts to put the doubt in the MCLA mind, and you're going to come out in second period just absolutely going at them.
Tate and Bardsley being tangled up there, but Pavlasova pulls it out of the mix, and Beal shoots through traffic, redirected in front, and scoring is Taylor Stahl there.
And they won the challenge.
4-0 SUNY Canton with back-to-back goals here.
It was a good challenge. Yeah, again.
Juiced up on the SUNY Canton bench.
And that's 20 shots now for Canton in the first period. So we're gonna have to we're gonna have to see what happens next here. If you're on the MCLA bench, what's going through your mind right now?
I have no idea. Try to stop the bleeding, but Taylor Stahl, congratulations. That's her first collegiate goal, the freshman from Tupper Lake, excuse me. And SUNY Canton with a 4-0 lead now. And delayed offsides. I mean, it's a hard situation with the Trailblazers. You have you're so short of manpower.
Completely outnumbered.
And hockey's a game that you play. That you have to feed off intensity and quick shifts with high energy. And If you have 2 forward lines, how are you going to get that every shift?
You just have to be exhausted. Like, they're taking long shifts. I don't know if you've been paying attention.
Well, they have to.
I've been trying to just keep track of. I've seen there's multiple shifts that MCLA will take where Canton will have 3 shifts rotate on. I'm like, my lord. So that's just absolutely brutal. It's like I know their legs are absolutely gone right now.
Hansen shot from distance, swallowed up by O'Brien. And just to note, Caitlin O'Brien career has a .930 save percentage, which is completely insane considering she's showing signs of that again tonight as Bardsley walks in. Throws one, hit the apron of the net, and a rebound chance here. Still in the slot. Bardsley just missed her stick as she knocks it back to the point. Picked off, though. An errant pass, 2-on-0 chance here for the Roos. Cote moving in with O'Keefe. Back across, and O'Keefe missed the slam dunk. Here's Cote. Hit the referee's skate. She tried to reverse it back to Cudney at the point. And pass Waters. Handing off. Quick shot deflected. Back into the corner. That was Valaket who pulled the trigger. As Cudney again hands off to the Roos captain. Hands down to Pass Waters. Another little touch play there by Pass Waters. We saw her do that earlier on the second goal, I believe it was, where Tate scored off of the bumper play. Down low. Townsley settles it up for Valaket, who peels back. The smooth skating defenseman hands off to Cudney, who drifts past the forechecker, but gives it up in the neutral zone as Ekblad is there. And Enzo, who stumbled a little bit as the puck was coming towards her with some pace. Cudney go D to D. Rue's trying to work it out, and it goes into the bench.
Yeah, and going back to what we were just talking about with the difference of personnel on each team, I just noticed this. I don't know if the viewers can see it at home, but if you look at the Canton bench, there's a massive pile of snow, or the girls are coming in to stop and get a change. You look at the MCLA bench, there's absolutely nothing there. It looks like it was just paved over. So it's just kind of nuts to think about that this is the reality of the game, and almost doubly outnumbered is MCLA.
Showing signs of life, though, as they chip away at it in the neutral zone. It's dumped in, knocked down with a high stick by Gonzalez, and she has to touch up. That'll bring the face-off into her own zone right where she's standing. 20-2 in shots here with 52 seconds left to go in the first period. It's 4-0 SUNY Canton. And I'm already losing track of who's scoring goals for SUNY Canton. I don't think anyone has multiple goals yet in the game.
I don't think so, but we could check.
As Anzo, we'll get our score sheet here in the first intermission. And puck moved on to Pavlisova. Over to Panko, they play catch. Anzel trying to drift it on past Sabetti Sidell. Lalonde throws it into the slot, knocked free by Small. And Jane Haynes down low and fired over the net high. And back to Jane with 15 seconds left. Over to Pavlisova. Trying to throw it back in. And a quick feed into the middle. Trying to work it in, but Carocchio sitting deep. Checks the time clock with 5 seconds left to go, and she'll let it run down as she pinches the puck to the kick plate. So after one, it is 4-0, 20-2 in shots. An advantage for SUNY Canton that was expected, considering how MCLA just has 4 defenders, and it's just hard to keep your feet when you're grinding out like that. So
we'll see what they do coming out in the second period. I don't know.
Thank you. We will be back here in 15 minutes with the second period. First intermission. And welcome back to the second period of play where Canton just won the face-off. And puck moved back by Borzo of the Ruse. Clean sheet of ice here as SUNY Canton is leading 4-0, 20-2 in shots, just as we ended. And from her knees, Stoll tried to play the puck up ice, and I believe I was mispronouncing her name, so apologies to any family that may be watching this. It is Stoll, not Stahl. A little used to watching NHL with all the Stahl brothers, as Borzo moves it up the wall here for SUNY Canton. She forces Grom to double back behind her own net as drops it to Aid, trying to push the puck up the boards. And O'Brien with the cover.
Early chance for Canton there, coming out hot.
Yeah, I wasn't even looking. I was looking down at how to pronounce
that's why I said that.
Rebecca Ade's name.
Yeah, just a little flick to the center, got a tip on. Good save though. Yeah, I mean, Canton's gonna have to again come out with that intensity they had in the first half back in soccer. First period here.
Yep, it's Morris facing off with Katie Pika, and Morris wins the draw back. Here is Lucy Beal. And Cote throws one at the net that was attempted to be redirected by O'Keefe as she went down to the ice. And kicked from skate to stick, but turned over to the Ruse now. There's Cote handing down low. Moving in as Morris. She feathered one towards the net, pop up, and knocked the boards by O'Keefe with the shaft of her stick. Back to the point. Pavlasova has Beal to her left, but she's going to look to fire one through traffic, and that's redirected off the skate of O'Keefe. Ruse trying to get some bodies to the front of the net as Gonzalez turned it over, and this one pop flies out to the point. Pavlasova throws it down low. The Ruse get a full line change in, period of the long change, and the Ruse execute a rotation perfectly there. Fresh skaters on against already exhausted MCLA skaters. And a nice play here. Backhander, saved by O'Brien. She looked behind her for a second as Lalonde got the backhander off.
And just a reminder, it is youth hockey night here at Terry Martin Arena. So we got a bunch of kids running around right below us here, just hanging out, enjoying some hockey. So it's pretty cool that we can, have this night and have a bunch of young girls look up to their D3 athletes.
And a face-off won momentarily by the Ruse, but Bardsley took away with it. Here's Danchak trying to kick it out, and the Trailblazers get it all the way down the ice. And it goes the length of the rink for an icing call. So already 2 minutes expired here in the second period of play. 22-2 in shots in favor of the Ruse. And they lead 4-0 still. Their first goal of the game on a shorthanded goal, and they cap the period off with getting a pair of goals, one of them being on the power play. And Anzel dips into the slot, looking to shoot. Slings one just wide, though, looking for the stick of Small. Here's Valaquette. She moves it down low. Puck hit the kick play awkwardly and bounced behind Lalonde. Small back out to the point. Throws it down low for Lalonde again. Corrals this one over to Small. Here's Valaquette. She flings that one low. Here's Anzel trying to cancel out her man. Lalonde kicks it, and it redirects over to Cudney, who pinches in from the point. Dave lost that one in the slot. A save by O'Brien there as Passwaters was lurking near the front of the net. Here's Valaquette over to Cudney. Quick dish. 3 Ruse go into the corner here as Jackson takes the brunt of the pressure and now has it on the wraparound chance. She threw it through the blue paint. Puck worked back out to the point. Hansen here to Panko. And Hansen tried to swivel that one on net quickly as Schemenauer chases the rebound into the corner. And this puck redirected awkwardly up, and Jackson has it now for the Ruse. Inside and out, goes right to the net, try to dish it for the cross-crease goal there. Panko moves in from the point. Flings away. Another shot in the high slot. And knocked out by MCLA all the way down the ice. Won't go the length of the rink for an icing call, so the Ruse get the puck up quick.
Man, Sham Jackson is on a mission today, dude. She had that goal earlier, and then she's just been absolutely stick handling all over the place, and no one can really touch her right now.
Yeah, she's open far side in the slot. Schemenauer couldn't get the puck to her. Opted for Crocchio on the far point, but puck redirected out of the zone. And that hit the Zamboni door awkwardly and was taken up by O'Brien, the goaltender, as Stoll. This puck redirected off Wormser. And back for the carry-on for Crocchio here. And trying to peel out there was Stoll, and Gonzalez waved her stick at it, so no icing. Throws it here to the near side for Sabetti Seidel. Tate worked into the slot, and a quick shot redirected just wide. And that was Borzo who there with a nice shot. Abby Tate, far side to Pavlisova, switches to Crocchio. Indirect, back down low to Tate. Aru just fell off the bench over here on the far side. She heads straight to the bench, or excuse me, to the net. It's Morris. Nice move by Pavlisova, pinching down low, looking for Morris, and she tried to sweep it into the net, but O'Brien with a nice poke check. Here's Beal. Shoots through traffic, deflected up and over the net. O'Brien doing everything she can to keep the puck out of the net here. Borzo switches to the slot, and this one redirected right back to her stick, and square to the shot already is O'Brien, so taking away the angle. Back to the point. Valaket softly down low again. Shot through traffic, deflected away towards the Zamboni doors. It's Beal with it now at the left point. Quickly curling to the slot is O'Keefe, and fought off by O'Brien again with the glove. And O'Keefe digs it out of the pile. Valaket quickly jumps on it over to Beal. Shot through traffic, once again swallowed up by O'Brien, and she hangs on.
See, I know Canton's winning this game 4-0, but you really can't take anything away from Caitlin O'Brien right now. She is absolutely playing nuts. Just everyone's walking in on her. Everyone's walking in from 6 to 8 feet and just absolutely ripping it. And she's had an answer for almost every shot. Obviously, you know, there's a 4 on the scoreboard, but it's not all on her. Obviously, a few slips through from time to time, but man, she's having a great game. Yeah,
like I mentioned earlier, she's got a career save percentage of .930, which is godly. So
that's better than all the Sabres goalies.
It's better just about than any goalie in the NHL at this rate and time. As MCLA clears the puck out. Bardsley trying to do a quick toe drag, but it's given up here at center. Carried on by Cote. Here's Cote walking in. She fires, and that one's fought off high by O'Brien. And glues it to the side of the apron, and she'll get the face off. So 6.5 expired here in the second period of play. And the Roos with, I would say, 95% of puck possession here as Trailblazers are trying to fly the zone and get quick shot opportunities to get down the ice and fire on Alyssa Townsley, who's only had to make 2 saves tonight, even though Bardsley beat her first shift of the game, but ricocheted that one off the goalpost. Crossbar goalpost, it was like the elbow, I guess. It wasn't really either of them, but here's Lalonde over to Crocchio, near side point, far side. Hansen shoots through traffic, fought up by O'Brien. Rebound sitting there, deflected on her, point blank, and she made the save. Back out to the point. Crocchio lets one fly, and that one jumped on by O'Brien again.
Wow. She's just everywhere right now. Look, like, it's insane. Canton's getting, honestly, great opportunities, and the shots could be placed a tad bit better, but they're still great shots. And she just had an answer for everything this period. Let's see, Canton had, 22 coming into the period? So they had five, probably
it was
6.
20, they had 20 shots.
Oh,
20 to
so
1,
they have
I think,
7,
22.
they have 7 on here right now in this period alone. It's only been about 7 minutes, and they've just been pouring it on, and she's had an answer for everything. So I don't know what that locker room speech was, or if she ate her Wheaties before the period, but man, she's playing well.
And puck worked out by Gonzalez. And back into the Canton zone now. and cut off behind the net. Townsley had looking the other way, and the puck sat a little dangerously just behind her to her left. As here comes Alon walking in. Handing off to Ansel, a quick shot fired just wide of the stick side. And that was a bullet of a shot. Narrowly missed. And Ruse back on it. Jackson now jumping on. Darts in behind the net. Curls out high here. Hands off to Beal. And Jackson got the tip on, but deflected and blocked by Gonzalez. Nice spin move out of the corner is Jackson. Jackson heads right to the net. Backhand chance. And she tucked it home. What a goal by Chamonix Jackson to make it 5-0.
That was ridiculous. And I just was talking about her at the beginning of the period, too. She's just been honestly having herself an absolute game. Her stick handling's been crazy, almost Pavel Datsyuk-like, if you follow the Detroit Red Wings in 2014. But, man, like, that's another great take to the net. She beats her defender, makes the goalie. You know, we were just talking about O'Brien, how great she is, but she made her miss with everything and sneaks it on by, and that's just a great goal.
Yeah, not too much O'Brien can do there when the forward, like Jackson, uses her speed there. Burns, she scorched the two defenders in the corner, and here she comes again. She gets taken out this time. And the Roos keep the puck in. I thought the puck was up ice as Passwaters has it still in the zone. Jackson and Passwaters over there on the far side boards, just next to the bench door there for the forwards at SUNY Canton. And Pavlosova gets it over to Beal. She turns out. Schemenauer throws it towards the net and covered up by O'Brien.
And so that's Sham's second goal of the game, I believe, right? Does anyone else have two? Do we know? Do we have getting the score sheet?
No, I didn't get the score sheet.
I think she's the only one with,
Not going to see it on the sheet.
More than one right now.
So here's face-off one again. Valaket with it. Hands off. Valaket, she can shoot. Fired through traffic, but it's deflected away. It's Abby Tate on the rebound now. And Valaket aware of the situation. Keeps the puck in, deflected by Borzo. Right on O'Brien. She made the save.
Yeah, good deflection. Good tip there. That was a smart play to get it on. Unlucky it doesn't go anywhere except right to the goalie, but that's what Canton's going to need to keep doing. Just obviously tire out the opponent, keep getting pressure on, just get pucks to the net, get someone in front of the net for the rebounds, even get pucks to the corners and just, you know, find a shot, find a lane.
So it's also to note that MCLA's one loss so far in the season came to New England College and 2-1 overtime loss there. So this team obviously has what it takes to grind out games and take teams to the last minute. So it's good to see that Canton's got 5 up on them already as Tate peels away, worked her way to the slot and fired, but now the Trailblazers are trying to dig it out of their own skates. Stoll knocks it down low, chases in after it. Here she is, peeling out from below the circle. Valaket fires through, tipped right on, and just wide. Stoll on the backhand deflection there. Nice inside and out move by O'Keefe as she hands back the point. Valaket with it. Far side. Cudney fires, and that was saved by O'Brien. Puck deflected back into the blue paint. Pinballing all around out there, and finally covered by O'Brien.
A little bit of anger there, but I think it's
O'Keefe.
Yeah. But, I mean, you know, we see that all the time. Just trying to get in, trying to get a little extra touch on the puck, and the defenders didn't really like that, neither did the goalie. He holding onto her stick a little bit, so. But it's all right. No harm, no foul.
Yep, Kira's pretty fired up, though. The Colorado native from Parker, Colorado. Senior assistant captain for the Roos this year. As she pinches the puck to the kick play here, is knocked down and still controlling the puck. Dug out now by the Zamboni doors, O'Keefe. And Danchak going at it. Finally, puck worked back out to the point. Panko with it. Hansen walking in, firing through traffic, and it dipped down. Saved by O'Brien again. That's her 26th save of the night.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Nope, 27th. My bad. I can't count.
I projected 30 in the beginning of the first period, and we're definitely going to get more than that. So it'll be interesting to see how high she can get here. But yeah, it just goes to show Canton just not letting up on his team. MCLA, I can't remember the last time they got a full clear and were able to.
Oh, here we go, chance here.
My bad.
The commentator's jinx with Miles working its way into reality as Bardsley tried to fire, and that one deflected out.
That's not ideal.
And puck here at the near point. And a shot ripped right on, but it was deflected away by Painco, it looked like. And this puck iced by the Roos. Their first icing of the game.
Wow, I just really messed that one up, eh? Yeah. All right, well, I guess MCLA is going to, get it clear, and they're going to get some ozone time here because I didn't keep my mouth shut. So we'll see what they can do here. Hopefully can get right back out of this, but would it be terrible to see MCLA get a few chances on that, make some defensive plays here for Canton.
Here's Danica Lalonde covering in. Handing over one-time shot and a rocket. That was blocked down. I think it was Ansel who let it go. As she gets it, or I thought she was going to get it back there out of the skates from Bizayo from MCLA. And Bizayo trying to clear the zone here. 2 failed clearances. And the Roos keep it in. Pass Waters. Another chance here, Palasovo. Carocchio shoots. That one's through traffic, and that one's fought off and saved by Caitlin O'Brien again.
And there's a lot of point shots coming here, which I don't necessarily hate when they have the people, like they have forwards crashing in that and, getting in the goalie's way. But it just feels like you have so much time to be able to swing the puck around. You might be able to find something much better than that. Not to take away from the point shots because they're still good opportunities, but, those 3 forwards, they've been working hard all game. Might as well give them an opportunity. Like, Sham gets to walk in on that. And just, find that 1-2 right across the middle, tic-tac-toe, score a goal.
Yeah, the Roos here once again establishing some zone time as Pavlasova swivels, makes Danchak chase up high. She rips that one off the skates of Schemenauer, who creeps now down into the slot. Jackson got knocked off the puck by Gonzalez, but it's going to be kept in by Pavlasova. And Jackson trying to turn that one into the path of Pass Waters. Puck skirted by her. And puck on edge, couldn't get a full clearance for Seidel there. Jackson with it, gives it back to the point. Carocchio. Far side, shot coming right on into the glove of O'Brien. And Sham Jackson just flew by the goal crease. She's lurking for her hat trick goal.
She really wants one. She's been playing great all day, but going back to what I was just talking about with the, just the ozone time that you have right now, it's a live opportunity to work the puck around and find, new plays and new players, new passes, new lanes that you can't necessarily have the same intensity in practice. So, it's a great opportunity for Canton to.
Tate with a shot and a rebound. 3 beautiful saves there by Caitlin O'Brien, and 2 of them in the Snow Angel, and she got her toe on it. And now the Roos quickly working the puck around. Stoll takes it, scoring her first collegiate goal and her 2nd point of the season earlier in the first period. She's got a chance again, knocks it down low, and that one went in and out of the glove of O'Brien. Here's Borzo, back to the point, Beal. Far side, Valaquette lets one fly, and that one went wide and kicked right out dangerously in front of the MCLA net at this left side circle. Gonzalez on it. And chipping this one up the wall here. MCLA playing catch behind their own net, and they can't get the clear again. Borzo with it. Fighting off the check. O'Keefe wheeling towards the net. In behind the net now. Back to the point. We've seen this a couple of times already. Roos rotating it completely around the zone. Quick shot into the paint and whacked. Looking for O'Keefe backdoor was Morris. Valaquette gets it out of her skates and finds a deflection play down low. Rides up on the apron of the net and Play will be blown dead there, so Trailblazers will get a full change in. So their entire bench comes onto the ice.
And that is jokes aside, that is good for them because they were stuck in that Z zone for
and it's
probably the last 4 minutes.
And the second period, I mean, it's every game for every team, but like when you have a short bench like that, that is a hike to get to your bench when it's in the offensive zone, basically.
Yeah, 100%.
So Cote back to the point, deflected right on, and alert to make the save was O'Brien off the deflection.
That was a great tip.
Point blank right in front of her too.
Yeah, I mean, they're getting, again, those point shots where they can get someone in front. That's massive. Just make, because if the goalie's playing this well, you're going to need some kind of deflection or a screen to get a puck all the way through. So, you know, getting someone in front, having a great tipper is awesome.
Puck into the Canton bench, play blown dead.
Looking around down here, we have a lot of other student athletes that are coming out to support. I know we have a lot of soccer guys that were around. Coach Penrod's here somewhere. I know there's a lot of baseball guys around town tonight. Lacrosse, I've seen them around. So massive shout out to our campus for supporting each other. And the hockey boys are over playing Nazareth tonight, but I'm sure they would be out supporting if they were around as well.
100%. Those guys pull up in numbers at just about any event on campus as the Roos throw on far side, or near side rather, from the far side, and a fan pass there out of the zone. O'Keefe has a chance to jump on it. Pass picked off though by Summer Bizayo. And puck moved forward by the Roos quickly again off the skate of Small. Feathered near side, Lalonde chance. Nice toe drag move. Shot and a save made by O'Brien.
That was just some awesome hockey there. That pass across was brilliant. Beat 2 defenders with that pass. Danica was able to toe drag around a defender. And then another great save by O'Brien. But, I mean, good move, good shot, good save. So, you know, we're watching good hockey here. Even with the score being a little lopsided, like, it's still a good game. Canton's playing well on offense. And MCLA, honestly, their defense isn't terrible, and their goaltending's been immaculate.
Small, nice move to get it down low. And a shot by Anzel through the paint, redirected wide. Handed down low. Anzel with it again. Riley Anzel down low. Lalonde digs out of her skates, back to Carocchio. Lalonde has some space to walk in. She shoots, and a save by O'Brien again. And yeah, speaking of the men's hockey team, they're tied 1-1 with Nazareth right now. 9:43 left to go in the second period. So if the men's team can rack off a pair of wins, you might be seeing them ranked in the top 20.
Oh yeah, and that'd be awesome.
So that would be really good for the campus and the hockey program, as a shot from Carocchio was flying through the blue paint. Schemenauer tried to knock it back to the point. She does. Hansen shoots that one down low. Gonzalez worked it out. As Monell got it to the Canton blue line. And Schemenauer walks in. Got 3 Roos going to the front of the net. Here's Jackson. She's teeing up for the one-timer. She got taken out in the high slot, but quickly back to her feet. Pass water. Scores! I couldn't tell if Jackson got a tip on that, but she was all over the front of the net.
It looked to me like she got a tip on
I couldn't even tell who shot, if it was Passwaters or Pavlisova, but nonetheless.
Yeah, it looks like it's Sham here. Taking the lead to the bench, so let's see if any hats come out on the ice right now, and then we'll know for sure.
Yeah, the hats on the ice at SUNY Canton. So that makes the score 6-0 now. It's a 41-2 shot differential here, and MCLA is running out of gas with 3:28 left to go here in the second period.
Again, back to Sham Jackson. Game of the year, Sham Jackson. Like, holy Lord. She's had probably, I don't know, 6, 7, 8 shots.
Yeah, I'm going to tell Nate to fire you after this.
That wasn't me, dude.
Borzo comes in, And MCLA get the puck out of the zone on the delayed offsides and thrown right back in. Pavlisova. I think that's what I did too when she shot the puck. I got her and Passwater's name mixed up for some reason because 41 and 11, they both were buzzing around on that last goal.
That's all right. I'm sure they'll forgive you.
Oh, sorry, our camera guy just decided to throat chop the camera. Less than 3 minutes left to go here in the second period, and MCLA lines up for an offensive zone face-off. Danchak taking the draw here, the third line center. Miles can't catch his breath, but here's a chance here for Taylor Stoll to get her second goal of the game on the breakaway. Save by O'Brien again. Stoll was patient, but she got outweighed by Caitlin O'Brien on the breakaway. And Abby Tate back out to the point, cycles down low. Her cycling was Cudney. Tate with a shot and looking for the tip there. There's a pile up in front of the net there. 2:20 left to go, and the Trailblazers working it out. Bardsley jumps into the bench and gets the change whenever they can. Whenever MCLA can get a change, they have been jumping onto the bench. As O'Keefe from down below the goal line, she surveys. There's Ruse already set up all over the perimeter here. And Morris with it. Back to Valaket. Cudney fires, deflected down and just wide. And arriving on scene is Morris here. Minute 40 left to go here in the period. Morris again with it. She's having herself a good night too as Valaket fires through traffic and redirected in. Sydney Valaket let that one fly through a maze of players, and it pinballed into the net somehow and beat Caitlin O'Brien.
I think Bailey scored that, maybe?
And the first one
It looks like Bailey got tip on it.
to the bench is Bailey Cote, so we're going to
We'll give it to her
take
for
an
now.
educated guess.
We'll
Yeah.
give it to her for now.
Nonetheless, it's 7-0 Ruse, and minute 35 left to go here in the second period. They have a chance to double their score tally from the first period if they can tack on one more. And I'm not saying any nothing bad about Caitlin O'Brien, but I wonder if you're the MCLA coach, you just put the other goalie in and let her get some action in the third period. Give O'Brien a rest because the other goalie is a freshman.
They're playing again tomorrow. I mean, I'm
Yeah,
sure you're
that's
going to
true.
want to start your ace, so I don't think that's out of the question at all. I mean,
The only thing is, though, is that it's a freshman as their backup goaltender. Do you let her debut come in a game that has already been pretty well decided? So that's, you know what I mean, from a coaching perspective.
I think it really depends on the coach. I think it's definitely not a bad opportunity, especially against a good team, to get good shots and make, prove yourself as a freshman. But at the same time,
Here's a chance here for Small on the 2-on-1 with Ansel and fired into the skates there of Ansel.
at the same time,
Yeah, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No,
but
yeah, no worries. I appreciate that.
Another chance to the net, another save by O'Brien. And the Ruse deciding just to ramp up the temperature here as Miles and I are trying to analyze admin decisions. As Lalonde here in the slot turns and fires a hit two defensemen and ricochets into the corner.
I don't know. Does that ruin confidence? Absolutely.
No, I don't think so.
I agree, but I think again it depends on the coach.
Ruse, though, flying all over the place, and it's almost like there was too many passing options there as it went through two of them and out of the zone.
We've been subbed in our fair share of 7-0 games. So.
Oh, 100%. Every team gets unlucky as Jackson and Passwaters head to the net, and Jackson tried to line it up for Passwaters there. These two have been buzzing. This line has been flying around all night. Crocchio winds up and fires. Backhanded down low, and time expires. It's 7-0 after the end of the second period. 45-2 shot differential here in favor of the Ruse, but Caitlin O'Brien has done everything she can to keep rubber out of the back of her net. Yep. And we'll be back here in 15 minutes with the third period. welcome back to the third period here with the Roos and the Trailblazers. And just a reminder, they play again tomorrow at 3 p.m. These two same teams, probably with some minor line changes for both squads, but underway now. Roos jumped the gun right off the face-off. Borzo, nice move, walks in. Borzo to the net. Clean sheet of ice once again. Allows for a lot smoother skating and puck handling in the opening minutes of the period. Hansen waiting patiently at the point, but it's moved back down by Tate for Stoll with a quick shot. Redirects it in. 8-0. And a missile just beat O'Brien high. And the Roos opening minute here, they get a goal.
Yeah, 27 seconds in. And Canton hockey's, overall doing pretty well tonight. We just heard that the boys are up 2-1 down in Nazareth, Rochester area. So, obviously the girls taking an 8-0 lead. Most likely going to build on that. Hopefully the boys can get it done down there too.
Roos win yet another face-off here. I lost the, oh, you took him, that's right. Nope, never mind. We had the score sheet, but Miles and my brilliance, we've misplaced it. But nonetheless, Roos with a 2-on-1 opportunity here. Stoll had the puck bounce off her blade and found a nice shot. The slot, O'Keefe. Shot deflected down and saved by O'Brien again. Her 38th stop of the night. And Panko over to Valaket, hands off in the neutral zone to Morris. The referee dodges the dump in there as it's on the stick for Gonzalez. She tried to peel up the boards, but it's lost. Over by the point and skated on through center ice here by Monell. She chases this puck into the corner. Quick shoulder check and into the Zamboni doors. And a shot through towards the net. Panko lost it, but she forced it back to Valaket now, who hands on for the carry-on of O'Keefe. Clean breakout by the Roos, but it's lost by O'Keefe in the neutral zone. And Morris spins it in, but not deep. And MCLA looks like they've just iced the puck again. Nope, never mind. And not sure what would have negated the icing there, as she was on the wrong side of the red line. But puck is moved up by Anzel. Spun to the far side boards where she was hoping there was a streaking left winger as Lalonde's stick is tangled up. Anzel with it, high slot, shot. Saved by O'Brien, and she gets the glove down quickly to force the face-off as Lalonde was coming into the blue paint and looking to pinch a goal into the net.
Well, now that makes the shot differential 45. So that's something to watch. I feel like we're going to do a lot of number watching this period, see if the Roos can get double-digit goals, maybe see if they can get, let's say 60 shots. That's challenge number 2.
Just forcing the puck at the net and making O'Brien deal with everything and making her as uncomfortable as possible in the net. SUNY Canton is tonight. Puck into the slot. Anzel fires and a headhunter goes high over the crossbar. Pavlisova touches down deep, but it's intercepted by Grom. And the forecheck by Bardsley. And it's crazy just to rewind and go all the way back to the first period where MCLA almost took a 1-0 lead off of her inside and out shot that rang off the elbow of the goalpost in the crossbar.
Yeah, their very first attempt on goal was almost a bar down stunner, and now we're looking at this period, and
it's a rout.
It's a blowout.
As Passwaters peels off for the point, and Jackson streaking in, looking for her 4th goal of the night, and a head save there by O'Brien. And stopped at center ice and carried on by Beal over to Carocchio. 19 for the Roos. Schemenauer dumps the puck in. And Rebecca Ade trying to get it out. And the Trailblazers break up the ice here with Wormser dumping the puck in deep, gaining the red line. Jordan Carocchio and Beal having to recover a minor mistake down there in the behind their cage. And Jackson taking and trying to dump it up the boards, trying to peel off as MCLA's recorded their third shot of the night on net. Here's Jackson moving in. Got swiped away from her as she's going to peel off to the bench. Two Roos get a line change in, so it's 5-on-3 for a couple of seconds there, and the Roos retained possession. Hansen, far side to Panko. Puck skirted away from Hansen again. Tate gets taken down by a slide tackle as Hansen couldn't keep the puck in, and it bounces out to Jane, who has it in her own end now. Abby Tate lost it off the first stick, and Gonzalez has it. Off the kick plate, indirect, far side. Ade couldn't get it out. Tate spins it down low. Borzo with it. Only Rue, besides Hansen, that's in the zone right now, is two forwards and the defender went out for a change, and Borzo almost kept the puck in for the entire line changes. Pile up there in the middle. And an icing on SUNY Canton.
And while we're taking this icing, walk back to the other side of the ice, we're going to look at few scores from around the league tonight. As you know, we're in the SUNYAC, so...
Thanks for the reminder.
Yeah, well, I just wanted to make sure the viewers knew. So Potsdam looks like they took a 3-1 loss to Elmira. Nazareth beat Morrisville. So
This is for men's or women's hockey?
This is women's.
Okay.
William Smith, who is joining us in the SUNYAC, is up 2-0 with about 4 minutes left at St. John Fisher. And Oswego is up on Utica with about 3 minutes left in that game. So, your scores from around the league.
Thank you, Miles. And
Thank you, Google.
Ade just fired one on net, and another save there by Townsley. And an errant pass picked off here by Bailey Cote as she walks in and fires one, a knuckle puck on net, and that was patted away from the net by O'Brien, but Cote behind the net. Another save there by O'Brien as well. Good to note. She's been on top of her game tonight. And Bailey Cote scores from the corner as it gets between the wickets of Caitlin O'Brien, and it is 9-0 here with 6 minutes gone in the third frame.
And that's Bailey's second of the game now.
Correct.
So I wish we had that score sheet because you can tell everyone else what's going on.
Play with the stats and check it out, but
it's all right. So yeah, it's going to be Bailey's second. So between her and Sham, that's
I think before the third,
goals.
there was only before the third, Sham was the only one with 3 points. So or multiple points, I should say.
Points, yeah. So Bailey joins her on that list.
I can't remember who scored the first goal of this period either. The one that was at wired top corner. No, I don't think it was Kira. It wasn't Kira. No, I can't remember who it was.
I don't know.
The Roos are putting up a plethora of offense. It's hard to keep track of the scorers and everything like that up
Forgive us
here.
at home, please.
As here's Cudney. As Lila Cudney from Franklinville, New York, a freshman, playing in her second collegiate game, I believe. It was Kyla Small, wasn't it? Yeah, okay. Good memory, Miles.
Thank you.
As Cudney, we probably could just pull up the website too and look for ourselves in the live stats, because Cote slams it off the boards into the neutral zone. It's Gonzalez. Missed the stick of Wormser. And it's picked off and thrown back in. And here's Valaquette. Spins it right towards Cudney, and she had to deal with that. The freshman handing off to the senior from London, Ontario, the captain, Sydney Valaquette, trying to work it up the wall and trying to slam that one out of the air with Small. And Pavlisova, saucer pass on the tape for Kyla Small. Here she comes again, leaves for Anzel, pulling, dragging a shot, and fought off by O'Brien. As Pavlisova Hands over to Lucy Beal. Ruse trying to do some one-touch passing and work it out of the zone quickly. And Beal having the puck knocked off her stick by Bardsley. Ansel cruises away from everyone else. All alone. She walks in, walks past one defender, straight to the net on O'Brien. Stopped by O'Brien again. And a shot rang off the bar from Jackson there. I couldn't even see the puck because of the wall here to the right in the stands. I had no idea where the puck was. I couldn't even pick it up.
I thought you were just telling me I had a big head.
Oh, that too. 11:51 left to go here in the third period. Canton with their 51st shot on net right there, as that must have caught a piece of Caitlin O'Brien as it found the goalpost. Went high out of play. It's Hansen. Here, Jane Panko lets one fly towards the net, and the rebound still loose, and a pop fly up in the air again as Passwaters knocks it down. Here's Jackson with it. And she tried to shovel it towards the paint as Passwaters on it. And Jane Panko with it. Finds Hansen. Schemenauer dips one to the wall and goes and collects. Back to the point for Asha Hansen. Down low, Jackson coming in, trying to find Schemenauer. And she dumps the puck in. And the Roos change up. Panko, it flicked off of the skates of Jackson there and tried to slap it out of the zone. Here's Jane Panko with it now. She was being pressured on the forecheck and coughed up the puck momentarily, but the rest of the Trailblazers didn't went for the change, so not too much danger there as their D partner Hansen helped clean up the mess. Here's Panko with it. She flicks it to the boards. And Panko behind her net again, this time finding Schemenauer. Puck goes all the way down for an icing call. So far, though, SUNY Canton, I mean, they're going to be getting their third win of the season here as it's 9-0 with 10 minutes left to go. Yeah. And starting off the season 3-0. And, I mean, that's good to see, especially from a young coaching staff, which Absolutely. They have behind their bench down there.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like this team in general just has a lot of leaders. You know, even there's some sophomores that I know that, you know, they lead with their play. And then obviously the upperclassmen, juniors, and seniors, they're just leading from their experience. So this is like a very much experienced team that if they keep playing like they should and, you know, keep their heads down and just keep working all year, this is going to be a team that we're going to see make a SUNYAC run. Obviously, SUNYAC is not an easy league to win in, as me and Leighton both know of. But it's just, you know, it's not. It's really not in any sport. But this team, with their seniority and everything, they're gonna probably go far this year.
There's a chance here in front of the net. Morris missed the tap in. Sorry to cut you off, Miles.
Yeah, no worries.
But Ruse, though, just throwing the puck towards the paint.
We can be ready for them to, you know, do something in the SUNYAC this year. Not to say they didn't last year, because they did hold their own against some pretty good teams. But, you know, now that they've had that first year of experience, they're going to come into the second year, and, you know, they've got some good freshmen out there, especially on the defensive side. Plus their experienced attackers, they're going to make a name for themselves, I'm sure.
Oh, no. Looks like Kira O'Keefe is getting called for another penalty, as her bump is labeled interference.
I don't know, Jim.
But, yeah, going back to the Canton coaching staff, they have a couple of locals on the team. Erica Sloan from Potsdam was a forward over at Utica University for a couple of seasons, and Claire Tile, who played in neighboring St. Lawrence University's Division I women's program, had a long career there. Well, at the Division I level, she played for Providence for 4 seasons and then wrapped it up at SLU. And then head coach Callie Hart, who's also a graduate from SLU. So some really experienced players there at the collegiate level behind their bench.
Yes.
And that's, you see that with the 3-0 start and just take it for what it's worth, I guess. I mean, really young coaching staff and already like starting the season off with a string of wins is always good to see.
Right, yeah. I mean, you could even tell I feel like this team's demeanor and the way they execute things it comes down from that coaching staff. It seems like they're having a lot of fun, but they're also playing very well. And, that's what from experience, that's what any college athlete wants to do is win and have fun.
Absolutely.
Kudos to this coaching staff, kudos to the team because, it looks fun to be out there and play. And obviously it's fun when you're winning 9-0. Not as fun when you're on the penalty kill, which we'll see here, and we'll see if MCLA can, maybe get a shot off.
Yeah.
For the first time in this period, maybe. So
No, they've had a couple shots. They had 2 shots beginning of the period, both from
I apologize.
point shot. No, you're good. They both came off the stick of, I believe they both came off the stick of Rebecca Ade from the Trailblazers, who does not look like she's on this power play unit to start. But like we said, they got 4 spare forwards and an extra defensive pairing. So we'll see her at some point, I'm sure, on the power plays. Bardsley, who had their best chance of the game early in the first shift of the game. Shot in the glove of Townsley. And right now, if you're SUNY Canton, you just want to walk away with a shutout at this point.
That's pretty much all you're playing for.
You've already stapled 9 goals onto the board, and you want to get your goalie a shutout here.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the shutout's massive.
And a shot deflected. Rebound sitting at the side of the net there, still loose, and a nice poke check by Townsley. We shouldn't even be talking about a shutout.
I think we should stop doing that. That was kind of.
I know. I started talking, and I was like, dude, we should not be talking about this right now.
My heart fully dropped for a second.
I know, especially when that shot came in, and she had to make it was like right in that sweet spot, that right above the pad, below the blocker. Oh, nice pass here. Schemenauer with a shot and forcing the save out of O'Brien.
I was like, this poor girl, we just ruined her shutout.
Yeah, I know. Wow.
That would have been unfortunate, to say the least, but thankfully she made the save. So let's go to a different stat. Maybe they're looking for that 10th goal. Not to pour it on MCLA like too much because they got to play them tomorrow again. But that's kind of cool. I know if I was at 9, I'd probably want 10.
Yeah, 10 would be great for about the 100 and change people here at the Rue House tonight. As most people have probably drifted over to the basketball game at this point. That place was packed in there when Miles and I looked over there during the intermission. Yep. As Sham Jackson skating around in the offensive zone. And the Trailblazers move it out with 50 seconds left on the power play. Rue's doing a good job of shutting down any offensive momentum MCLA has managed to garner.
Yeah, and going back to the Rouge House dilemma, the women's basketball team was red hot all year last year. So we're super excited to see what they do this year. I know they have a bunch of, again, kind of like the women's hockey team, they have a bunch of seniors or rising juniors and such that are just super, not only are they great, but they're great leaders. So I'm sure they're going to have another successful year. They made it pretty far in SUNYAC playoffs last year.
Oh, Stoll with a chance here on a turnover on the penalty kill, but she just dumps it down deep for Cote to chase, and there's no Trailblazer around to collect that puck. Trying to fish it out here, and Ekblad spins off of it and hands off to the open defensive partner of her. All right, Miles, back to what you were saying about basketball. I'm just not trying to miss a call for.
No, I appreciate that. But yeah, so we're looking forward to see what basketball does. Obviously, with their success last year, they've gained a lot of support, which is awesome. So I know we saw a lot of families over there watching the game, and last time we checked, I think they were up by like 22.
Yeah, they're up by
so
deuce at least.
Hopefully they. I'm sure they will come away with a win, but another big win for them, and that's going to get their season going. I believe it's their first home game tonight, so kind of like this is their guys' first home game, right?
Yeah, this is the women's hockey first home game as well.
Big night in the Root House. Big night in the Root House. We're all having fun.
So Ansel or Morris down there that just won the race to the hash marks, but referee calls it the other way, as she probably is just joking around with Sabetti Seidel down there and talking about the call there as they line up in the defensive zone for the Roos, who are trying to cling on to a shutout. There's been 60 shots in this game, and 53 of them belong to SUNY Canton. As Seidel reverses to Gonzalez, shooting through traffic, and that one's well wide of the net. And Sabetti Seidel had to skip over her skates, and before even skating, she put her head up in the air like I mean, that's just an exhausted player right there.
Yeah, I mean,
trying to keep the puck in, it just skips over you, and
it's brutal. Mentally, at this point, it's just atrocious. And you know, we talk about body language a lot, and that right there just tells us everything.
As Bardsley, nice move though to corral the puck in the neutral zone and fires in on Townsley, who gloves it down and gives it to Lila Cudney to carry on, but she reversed it awkwardly and picked off there by Grom. Valaquette. She feathers this one to Ansel near side. Ansel, nice move. Thought she had it, but the puck rose up in the air, hard to track with the few people standing in the standing room area right there as Lalonde cuts to the slot. Lalonde looking to fire, but couldn't get one off through traffic as Valaquette fires through traffic and fought off by O'Brien. And the puck with Ekblad now, knocked off her blade. Dumped in by Lalonde. Chasing in after it, it's Bizzaio with it. She knocked it around the boards, but barely gets out past Valaquette. Took a lucky hop over her blade. And I believe it's Pavlasova who's going to head to the box for interference, as Valaquette was peeling away and her D partner wanted to provide a bit of a screen to hold off the forechecker.
Yeah, and we're going back to
a couple of careless penalties by SUNY Canton, to be honest, but
yeah, that is. I'll get to that in a second. I was going to go back to Melissa Townsley, who's in net for us tonight. Her first game of the season after Molly Lenahan and Abby Seaman played the first two over wherever they played the last two. I think it was against.
I think it was Skidmore.
Skidmore, yes, thank you. So she's seen a few shots here. Obviously, I'm not going to say it because I'm not going to jinx her right now.
You're just hinting towards it, so you.
It's okay, right?
No, I don't think it's okay.
Oh, okay.
There's four and a half left to go here, and MCLA is on the power play, with Miles pulling out goaltending stats.
Stop.
Jane Panko fires this one around the kick plate. SUNY Canton's kind of. We were talking about it earlier in the game, though, not letting off the gas pedal, and they've kind of done so here, with.
I think
not too much time left to go.
Kind of warranted.
It's warranted, but I mean, you'd like to see them just possess the puck probably in the offensive zone rather than
I'd like to see
hanging around their own net.
I'd like to see them not take that penalty, which again, that's it happens. But like,
shot into the glove of Townsley and plays the puck out as there's no
smart play.
No power play in the zone there. They were all in the neutral zone, and Gonzalez with the puck. Minute 05 left to go on the kill here for the Roos. And they're set up in somewhat of a trap here as they've got three players just sitting on their blue line. Or two players sitting on their blue line. One higher up is off the bench is Lalonde. Hansen flies this one to the neutral zone. And here's Hansen again, curling back towards her own net with it. And Valaquette gets the clear 200 feet down the ice. And is this Jackson with it? And it is, as she burns one player behind the net. Lalonde doing everything she can to try to win the puck here on the forecheck. And Rue's making everything difficult to get out of the zone as Danchak overskated it. And hacked in by Lalonde again. 10 seconds left to go on the kill. 2:48 left to go in the game. Here's Stoll. And it hit Jackson on the blade, and now she's going to fire it on net from just in the neutral zone. Bardsley. Puck at the right point here. Not unable to get it out as Bailey Cote hands over to Crocio. Jane Panko fires it up and all the way down for an icing call with 2:17 left to go here in the third period of play. 54-9 in shots in favor of the Roos. And Miles, what's just in your head right now?
What's in my head, truthfully, is they got to play again tomorrow. And if I'm MCLA, you know, I don't want to be a mean person right now, but this is a brutal game. And how do you go into tomorrow with a clean head, and you know, like how do you fully have full output tomorrow? That's where my head is. Is like, if I'm this team right now, it's, you know, you're getting outshot by almost 50. You're down by 9, and you haven't scored. So it's just like, what do we do now? Obviously.
Oh, Cote with a chance here, near side, still trying to bat it in. There's 3 shots in a row right there for the Roos, all stopped and knocked aside by Caitlin O'Brien, who has been a beacon of light for the Trailblazers. But she's had to basically keep the entire offense for SUNY Canton at bay herself. And a hand pass called here with a minute and a half left to go. 95 seconds on the clock.
So going back to tomorrow, though, you know, like game 2 of a series is always much more exhausting just because you
played the day before.
You know, the day after you play, your legs are just a little heavier. Takes a lot longer to get warm. Your body might be feeling it if you've taken a few hits. So like, and then you add the mental side to it now. You know, you had the mental side to it now. It's just, this is going to be a rough next 24 hours for this team.
Completely agree. It's going to be a quick turnaround as well, as we're going on 9 o'clock p.m. here, and tomorrow's game is at 3, so there's not enough rest there, but probably not at 100% when you've played 40 minutes of a game as a forward, like the Trailblazers have done. Shot gets tipped just wide of Townsley's net. And D to D, skip past Beal here with a minute left to go in regulation. Pavlisova chipped off the kick plate. O'Keefe trying to get it out. MCLA hanging around in the offensive zone. Morris with it. Backhanding behind the net. Lucy Beal with it. Puck in front of the Canton bench right now and worked out by Abby Tate. And with the puck now is the Roos. Pavlisova with it. O'Keefe dumps it right on O'Brien, and she's forced to hang on to it with 10 seconds left to go.
Yeah, long game for MCLA. Obviously, relatively fun game for Canton. You know, they had Sham score a hat trick. They had Bailey get 2. So, you know, fun for those guys. Relatively glad that they got the win tonight.
Of course.
You know, obviously being a little biased, but going into tomorrow, if they just keep playing like this, they keep going on the gas. Obviously, they kind of came off in the last 5 minutes there, but you know, keep stepping on the gas, they're going to probably have some success tomorrow and the rest of the season.
Absolutely. Thank you for joining us tonight here at Rue Athletics. We'll be back again tomorrow with the same 2 competitors, the MCLA Trailblazers and the SUNY Canton Kangaroos tomorrow. The Roos improved to 3-0 on the season. MCLA drops to 0-2. 9-0 is the final, and we'll be back here tomorrow at 3 p.m. Maybe not the same duo up top, but only time will tell. Thank you for tuning in tonight.